Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. Well, it's the weekend, yippee. And I wanted some breakfast, but I wanted a good breakfast. And I decided to put together some sausage, bacon, eggs, hash browns, and make it a train wreck one skillet. Train wreck, one pan, one skillet breakfast. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Came out absolutely incredible. Well worth making on a weekend or any day for that matter. You are going to love it. So let's get started. Okay, now we got our pan good and hot. I'm going to add about 6 pieces of bacon to it. And this is my brand new cast iron pan. I did get a bigger one. And guys, there is nothing nicer than the smell of bacon frying. Now, I remember when I was growing up, my parents used to take me to this cabin. And my dad would get up early in the morning, put some wood on the wood stove, and put the bacon on. And oh, that smell! I'd wake up to the smell of bacon frying. Absolutely incredible. That's what I remember. I just love it. Now we're just going to let this fry up until it's fairly crispy. And of course, guys, once that bacon is cooking, we're going to give this a flip over. This is looking and smelling absolutely fabulous. All right, we're crispy enough here, so I'm going to grab this bacon out, and we're going on to a paper towel, or a plate lined with a paper towel, just to drain off any of that excess grease. To me, this bacon is looking darn good. Now, I got a lot of excess bacon grease here, guys, so I'm going to grab up one of my mason jars, and I'm just going to pour any of that excess grease into the jar. I'm going to save that for frying up eggs or the holiday season, whatever it might be. Next up, I'm going to grab up some honey garlic sausages, and we're going into that same pan that we fried the bacon in. And I don't know, let's see, these guys are fairly small, so maybe 6 or 8 of these, something like that. Now, of course, you don't have to use a breakfast sausage. I mean, you can use, Italian, whatever you like, honey garlic, something like that. But I just like these maple breakfast sausages. They're small, they fry fast. You can say that 10 times fast. And they are so good. And of course, we're going to fry these up until they're cooked through and browned up. They won't take very long. Oh, yum, breakfast is coming, my friends. Okay, guys, once again, now our sausages are done up. We are going on to another plate lined with a paper towel to let these drain a wee bit. Next up, what I'm going to do here is grab up a bell pepper fresh from the garden, and I'm just going to chop this up. And we'll just kind of dice this up a little bit. Oh, fresh bell pepper. All right, next up we're going in with, I'd say, about 3 cups of hash browns. And of course, we'll just give these a stir around. Oh, breakfast for a king. Now, here's the thing, guys. I just use the frozen hash brown because they're easier, but you can do them by hand, but I find these work, basically just as well. And we're just going to cook these up until they're browned up and looking ever so good. Well, the hash browns are frying, so I'm going to get those sausages onto a cutting board and then take a good sharp knife. And we're just going to chop these up, just kind of into bite-sized chunks. I don't know about you, but I am getting hungry. And while we're at it, I'm going to throw that bacon on, and we're just going to chop that up into bite-sized chunks as well. Oh, just look at that bacon. There we go. Now our hash browns are browning up, pretty well cooked through. I'm just going to shove everything to one side. I'm just loving my new cast iron pan here. And I'm going to go in with my bell pepper that I chopped up fresh from the garden, half a small chopped onion, and 3 cloves of garlic. Yum, yum, yum. We'll just stir and saute this around for about 2 minutes until that incredible smell of garlic fills the air and those bell peppers begin to tenderize just a touch. Now, I said, guys, I'm loving the cast iron pan, the new pan. It's absorbing a lot of oil. I should have really oiled it in the beginning, but it's coming along pretty good. But I'm just putting the old oil right to it. Okay, now we're just going to mix everything together here. Just look at those colors come through. I think it's starting to look pretty darn good. And we're going to season things up with a bit of salt. Not too much salt, because there's a lot of salt in that bacon. Some ground black pepper, and you know me, I'm a pepper lover, so I'm going to add a fair amount of this. And of course, some Italian seasoning. And if you watch any of my videos, you know I use a lot of this stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good right about there. One more little stir around here. Oh, this is smelling incredible, guys. Wish you were here to smell it. Gotta get that smell-o-vision I keep talking about going. Next up, I'm gonna snag up some of that bacon and sausage, or all of it actually. And of course, we're going in with that. Stir and we will go one more time. So that bacon and sausage and eggs and bell pepper and onion get all mixed in together. Oh my goodness, this is smelling good. Now guys, this is basically what I'm putting in. I mean, that's why I'm calling it train wreck, because you can put just about anything you want in here. I don't know, just let your imagination run wild, but this is kind of the basics for me, and it's going to be so good. Now what I'm going to do here, guys, is kind of evenly distribute everything out here. Something like that. And then I am going to put basically 4 wells in the center of everything. Something like this. And making my wells. Just so you get some exposure on the bottom of the pan here. That's pretty good like that. And what I concluded here, guys, in my little brain, you probably guessed it, that an egg is going in here, so I'm just going to put a bit of oil in the bottom, just for the fun of it, eh? Grab up an egg, give it a crack, and into the wells they go, just like they were made for it. Alright, eggs in. Now I'm going to grab up some old cheddar cheese, and over the top we are going with cheese. Just gotta have cheese. And something else I'm going to do is go over top with some extra old too, because I just like that cheesy, sharp bite that this gives. So do a nice combination of cheeses here. Don't want to cover those eggs up too much. Okay, that's pretty good there, guys. Now we're going to slip this into a 350-degree preheated oven for a few minutes, just until those eggs cook up and that cheese melts. Well, the eggs are in the oven, because I was thinking these would be perfect with a French baguette. So let's give this a slice up here. After about 9 minutes, we are pretty much perfecto. This is 7 to 9 minutes, so that's pretty good. And just look at this, our train wreck breakfast. And guys, I'm going to season these eggs up with a bit of pepper. Oh, I'm hungry. And we'll garnish them with some green onions, just to make things all pretty like. And you know what? I'm going to throw some parsley over the top too, to make it even greener and more pretty, or prettier, whatever you want to say. And there you have it, our yummy and ever so delicious train wreck 1-pan skillet breakfast. You are gonna love this. The whole family's gonna love this. The neighbors will be over and love this. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab up one of those baguettes and dip it in there, and just look at that. Done perfectly. Lots of yolk. Oh, that's gonna be so good. And of course, I'm gonna grab up some of that sausage and some of that bacon, and maybe make myself kind of a sandwich there. Just look at that. I mean, if that's a train wreck breakfast, I don't know. I want to be on that train when it wrecks. All right, it's time to dig in and have a taste. Mmm. Oh my goodness, guys. What a beautiful combination. Those hash browns, the sausage, the bacon, the seasoning, the baguette. I mean, I could just go on and on. It is incredibly good. Well worthwhile making. You got to make this up and leave me a comment because I love to read them. Give us a like. It helps the channel out. Most of all, subscribe. Why not? It's free. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe. And I'm going to have more of my train wreck. See you next time. So good.